Cash Money kept saying, look, this boy got to drop. We got this deal. This boy Universal keep calling. They kept getting me on the phone.
So he was in jail at the time?
He was in jail at the time of. That's why they had to drop Juvie. See, Juvie dropped first only because my son was in jail. My son would have dropped first. He was the first project that was going to drop.
I mean, they got the deal off of the success of Chopper City.
Yeah, but we couldn't get him out.
And where y'all grew up at?
We grew up in the Uptown neighborhood, 4th and Barone, but his father from the Magnolia.
Oh, what's his father's name?
Christopher Jasmine. He was murdered though.
Yeah,
in the 90s.
Yeah, BG made great songs about his father. How was their relationship?
Really good. Yeah.
How old was Jeezy when he got killed?
Oh, I'd say about 12.
Right.
About 12.
So they had a close, and what happened?
He was raised with his father.
What was the situation behind his father's death?
Robbery. He was a seaman. And I mean, I guess it was cutthroat back then too. They knew he was coming home with their money and they just set him up.
Every day I sit and wonder why I lost my daddy so young. Just reminisce, think how me and him had so much fun teaching me man to man things.
Every day I sit and wonder why I lost my daddy so young. When you heard, I forgot the title, but you know the song I'm talking about, right?
Yep, So Much Death.
So Much Death.
Never thought my daddy was going away, but I was wrong. Him and my mama went through their stages. Always fight them out and made him walk the street, but it was alright.
When you heard that record, what did you think?
I broke down. That's all I can say. I don't even like to hear it.
And when you found out that he started rapping, how did you take that?
I wasn't for it at first because I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know anything about the business. Mm-hmm. So it was easy to get around me with it because I didn't know anything about it.
Well, how did the situation with Cash Money come about?
Well, I knew his family.
And whose family did you know?
Cash Money's family.
You mean Baby and Slim? Right?
Yeah, okay. I knew the family. And at first I didn't even know nothing about them until my son. So he was the one who really introduced me to them because I knew his family, but didn't really know them.
So what did you take of it when these young men said, look, man, we like your son as a rapper and we want to sign him and put money behind him, et cetera, et cetera?
I was dumbfounded to the situation, I'm telling you. I mean, I was excited, but still just didn't know the business.
Right. So,
and they was always saying we family. You know, everything was a we family thing. And you don't need a lawyer because we family.
Right. And, you know, because Baby always referenced to BG as like a son to him, like he raised him.
It was like that. It was like that.
It's all on You Volume 1, Chopper City. All these records are coming out. How was you and BG relationship?
We had a good relationship, but I mean, they tried to block a lot of stuff. I mean, sneaking him to the studio, getting all this stuff made.
Right.
Chopper City was made secretly. I had to find out about it once they knew that was a big thing coming out. They came, set up a meeting with me. That Chopper City and the records album, that CD was a big deal.
You talking about when he local, when he was like 15, 16?
Yes, that album, they was bringing him in the studio recording that album.
So he didn't have your blessing to go to the studio at the time?
No.
Why you didn't want him rapping?
I didn't know anything about that.
Okay.
I'm really into blues. I mean, I never was into hip hop until they brought that to my attention.
So how did you feel when the records came out and you start hearing everybody playing your son songs in the car and Cash Money starting to get big? How was Jeezy at the time? How did he deal with the success and all that?
I think it came too fast for him. I don't even think he understood what was happening.
When did you realize your son was addicted to heroin?
When his probation officer called me and told me that they found it in his system, and I'm like, what is it? And she said, well, I'm gonna call you back and let you know about this, but I don't think it's much. Don't worry about it. I don't think it's nothing. So she didn't even know about it.
What year, what years was this?
Oh, It had to be in the late 90s.
What was he on parole for? He got in legal trouble during this time?
It was a gun he had got pulled over for that wasn't his, that a friend of his, it was for a friend of his that got killed. And the guy showed the judge the paperwork that it was his gun. But they just threw the other guy's charges out and kept my son's. I guess everybody didn't want to deal with cash money. It was getting big at the time.
Right.
And I think that had a lot to do with it because they always was in the courtroom with us.
And he from that point, that was his first time in the system, and he was stuck in the system the whole time.
That was it. That gun charge stuck him in the system. And it wasn't his gun. And we tried to prove it, but...
And this before they signed a big deal with Universal.
Yeah, that was before they signed the big deal because when they was holding him in there for about 6 months, Cash Money kept saying, look, this boy got to drop. We got this deal, this boy Universal keep calling, they kept getting me on the phone.
So he was in jail at the time?
He was in jail at the time that's why they had to drop Juvie.
Oh, you right.
See, Juvie dropped first only because my son was in jail. My son would have dropped first. He was the first project that was going to drop big.
Because, I mean, they got the deal off of the success of Chopper City.
Yeah, but we couldn't get him out.
We started in 1992. We put out 30 albums since 1992. 6 more new albums coming out this year.
So when Cash Money ran around with helicopters and I remember this is probably before he had the bid, but he had Money and Success at the time. He was in jail, locked up on a gun charge. Did he go to rehab at any time?
Yeah, he went to rehab several times.
Before they signed $1 million deal?
No, after.
Oh, after.
After.
So he was really in the streets. Not during the time when the local albums out. Was he getting money? Did he stay with
Yeah.
Yes,
indeed. Okay. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
When he was like 16, he was getting like $1,000 a night. That was before they got big, really big.
So what was Jeezy doing with all the money that he was making?
I couldn't really control him. Baby was giving him that money behind my back. Just giving it to him like it was legal.
So, man, they blow up. How did Jeezy feel when they get the $30 million deal, Cash Money, 99, 2000, Juvie Baby on the road? How was it then?
I felt like I was rich. Because they never kept me broke. I never was broke with them. Never. I can't lie. I was spoiled. Everybody had money. Might not have been the right amount.
Right.
Everybody had money.
Oh, so where did the rift come in at? What do you think caused the divide?
The money was coming too fast, and they didn't know. I mean, they never saw money come that fast before.
So if money was coming fast, and I know Jeezy was fighting a habit, but why would he want to leave if he getting money and could take care of everything he needed to take care of?
Baby and them just kept saying, man, look, I guess they had all the money in their hands, then he strung out, look, let's get rid of him now. I mean...
Oh, so you think, so BG didn't leave voluntarily? They kind of dropped him?
I think they wanted to drop him. I do.
So...
And that's why he really wanted to leave, because my son, people was coming back telling him everything. You know, they was cutthroating Baby. Even his own partners was telling what Baby would say against him. You know, they'd come back and tell it.
So you think people got in BG ear,
yeah,
whispering, and that's what made him want to
leave.
So do you think Baby could consciously give somebody like that's addicted to him $500,000?
No.
So you don't think Baby was doing the right thing, holding the money because he don't want him to
in a way, yeah. But still, he didn't even want me to have it. Didn't want my son. I mean, he wanted it.
Oh, that's what. Did you ever talk to Baby like, well, give me the royalties?
He always said he gonna do it.
So you actually asked him that?
Yeah, he always said he was gonna. Always
so
had a date. Always had a date.
What you told me? So what you asked Baby? You said what?
I mean, when you gonna give us the money? I got you. We family. Everything is we family.
On the move, no stopping this. Cash Money, move over, I got this. I'm about to fuck the game up, just watch this.
So now Jeezy doing this Chopper City in the Ghetto thing. We started this record label. How was that at that time?
Good, because my sister helped them do it. Mm-hmm.
And okay, and so now, well, how do you think this? Why do you think a lot of our New Orleans artists either get killed before they can really reap the benefits, like Soldier Slim or Magnolia Shorty? Like, why don't we get to eat the fruits of our labor, of all the hard work?
I think it's New Orleans. And my son don't want to come back here. And I think the loyalty that he thought he had out here with his friends, with that no ratting thing, and you know, like that, and he was the only one not ratting, and the only solid 10 toes standing one out of all the ones from uptown.
Right.
That's sad.
And I think they punished him for that. They gave him a lot of extra
They did.
time.
For him saying free,
whoever. Yeah. They ran his time.
That's
wild.
why.
Yeah.
They made it seem like he hung with that clique. He didn't. Everybody know I think they know too.
Yeah.
The feds know he didn't hang with them.
Yeah, they just made his time run wild too.
Put him in that little circle tree.
Yeah, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? He caught a bad rap.
But guess what? That vehicle not stolen. It wasn't stolen.
Yeah,
he rented that for Walter Porter. They know he rented it for Walter Porter. He wasn't even driving, but it was in his name, but rented for Walter Porter.
But this had nothing to do with no murders or nothing.
No, nothing to do with it. They
that's the car that had
they
the guns in
said
it.
that it was stolen off the Alamo parking lot.
But it had. And did Baby ever reach out to BG during this time of?
Not when he first went, but since he have reached out.
Okay, but so when he was fighting the charge, when he was on his own way, they never reconciled or anything.
No. They were still speaking at the time. They hadn't spoke, but they wasn't beefing or anything like that at the time. But he didn't help.
But now that he's in jail, Baby, he's been in communication with Baby?
Yeah, he put money on his books and everything.
Oh, so Baby been Joseph?
Yeah.
You know, Baby,
he put big money at one time on it though.
Right. Do you think Baby gets a bad rap? Like by not taking care of his artists?
Baby just was learning that business himself back then.
Right.
And I'm not really taking up for him, but that's some real talk. He was just learning that money was coming like dope money, but it was legal money, fast. That money fast.
Right.
So that's what, every night you making 100 and something thousand a night for them hot boys. A night.
Right.
You seeing that kind of money? I mean, I wouldn't have did it, but I mean, he was new to it. And saw all that. That's what made him probably do it.
What Jesus says his plans is when he get back out on the streets?
Oh, it's already mapped out. Book deal, reality TV.
Right.
BG's mother, bro. How did that interview come about?
Well, you know, I was always a fan of BG coming up in New Orleans, and he blessed me and my partner Bonk at the time, way back in the day, to do a project called The 80s Baby. So I built a relationship with him over the time when he was establishing Chopper City Records. So, you know, when he got incarcerated, and I just wanted to preserve the culture, and I wanted to highlight, you know, what he's going through now. We never get to hear from that side. I never knew much about BG's mother, and I know she's the closest, one of the closest to him. So I just wanted to get her genuine side of Christopher Darcy coming up and get, you know, how he got into the music industry, how he was as a child. Clearly he was an intelligent person, just because being a child, he was like a prodigy, rapping on such subject matter and having a great extensive vocabulary to be able to rap in such a manner at a young age coming up in the streets of New Orleans. So I just wanted to get her take on where he started and where he is, to all the way to where he is now.